This is day 42 of trying to predict the winners of every NHL game to see if I can break 500 in the regular season. We had a game between the Blues and the Leafs to start things off here. Two kind of underperforming teams here, but of these two teams, I feel like the Leafs are just a little bit more likely to squeak out a win when they need one, and boy, do they need one, so I'm going to go with the Leafs on this one. We get the Kraken and the Red Wings here. I like the way the Kraken play. I'm going to pick the Kraken to win this one. The Red Wings have a little bit better record, but I feel like the Kraken are going to pull this one off here. We get the Devils and the Lightning here. The Devils have a pretty solid record here, better than the Lightning, but I feel like Jack Hughes, who is out right now, is kind of the reason for a lot of those wins, so I'm going to go with the Lightning on this one. We get the Islanders and the Stars here. Stars probably the better team overall than the Islanders, but for some reason I feel like the Islanders are just due for a win. They just find a way to squeak out wins when they need them, so I'm going to go with the Islanders on this one. We get the Blue Jackets and the Jets here. Blue Jackets a really solid young team, but I feel like the Jets are just well-rounded all the way throughout their lineup, so I'm going to go with the Jets on this one. We get the Flames and the Blackhawks here. I'm going to go with the Blackhawks on this one. The Flames, they've got some wins here and there. They get some overtime losses, whatever, but I feel like the Blackhawks are just an up-and-coming team. They're going to find a way to win this game. We have the Rangers and the Golden Knights here. Rangers surprisingly doing better this season than the Golden Knights. I'm expecting the Golden Knights to be a little bit better than what they are right now. I'm going to go with the Golden Knights on this one, though. I feel like they just have a really solid offense, and I feel like they're due to pop and start winning some big games here. Then lastly, we got the Mammoth and the Sharks here. Mammoth are doing all right. They've lost a couple games here. They haven't been as hot as where they started the season here. The Sharks, riding that 500 bubble, which is better than what has been said over the past few years. So I'm going to go with the Sharks on this one. They're a really exciting team, so hopefully they come out on top here. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in day 43.